Hey guys, it's Aaron with the Otaku Guru back here doing a quick deck profile on the first place Godzilla release event deck we did. Starting off here, running at 3 ofs, 1 cost, Shintoshin Collapse. I like being able to recur for my drop in pretty much every card game I play, so spending 1 to get something back is fantastic, and when it lands on a Guardian ability to pop 1 back, equally fantastic. Probably one of my favorite cards in the Godzilla set. Assault 0, or I'm sorry, Absolute 0. I run 2. I like the ability to tap down in response if there's something on the field that I need to kill, or if I don't want to attack into the Guardians and risk losing one of my low cost reducers. Tap something down, swing on it, kill it, reduce the next thing by 2. It has a plus-minus effect, you know, where you break even, but you also get to kill something on the field, which is super handy. Heat Ray for 2 to be able to give one of my guys +4 and give him a lot longer last ability. Probably one of my favorite cards in the set as well. And then I run all 6 of the Mothra subtype, where on destruction you either get to draw a card or get an EX card. Between utilizing them for EX fodder and quick attacks, being able to replace themselves in your hand is great, especially when they're replacing it with an EX card. Godzilla the first form, you know, he is your start of the Godzilla chain or evolutionary chain. 3 cost, 1 power, but when he swings, you get -2 the next thing you play. It works really well leading up. You're almost certainly going to lose him on the attack against pretty much any deck, you know, whether it be Naruto or Godzilla, but he's also reducing the following card, which is super important in this deck where you have a lot of high costs. I also run 2 of the Fairy Mothra. The sneak attack for game ending can be really handy when they've got nothing left and you have very little time. Boom, 2, swing, game. You know, also on destruction, you know, having destroy effects for similarly costed cards is really handy. And then of course, Guardian ability that even ups the destruction amount. Unmanned Conventional Bomb. I run these as responses to most Naruto decks. They run a lot of, you know, low costs, and when you're playing a big guy and they get to populate the field very quickly, being able to give 2 of their cards -3 and remove them from the board, per the rulings at the demo events and everything for Godzilla and the first release of the Godzilla stuff, is pretty handy. It's a great, you know, anti-horde response to Naruto decks that get out of hand. Then of course you start the second part of the Godzilla chain. The second form, when you play him, he untaps something and he attacks for -2. When you have one of your bigger cost Godzillas that reduce by 3 or even, you know, by 2, swing, he comes out for 2 or 1, plays, untaps, do it again. You can populate your board with, you know, these guys or even higher cost ones pretty quickly doing that. Grav Beam, bounce somebody back who has useful on play like second form, and then destroy something is just strictly good. And as a Guardian, it comes back to your hand when revealed, so it's very nice. Godzilla 1964, I like him because he's got good synergy. He has the cost reduction, an extra Guardian attack, and he's an effective 7 hitter for 5 on the swing. So that's super fun when you've got him out. You know, you've reduced his cost by 3 or what have you, and then you're dropping down Godzilla. Land Mogura, on destruction, 1 EX card, you sneak attack him in for 4, 1 hit for 4 at sneak attack. You're gonna peel off a Guardian, and you're gonna get an EX card because he's guaranteed to die. And it's a great way to, you know, follow into another turn. You've got 3 time left. You want to give them 1 and still take a shot at their Guardians. It's very handy. Gargle 2, you know, same kind of situation there. Sneak attack, EX card. I run 1 of each just because instead of running 2 of each, I'm sorry, because instead of running 3 and 1, I like to have 4 of them. And I like the plus time ability and plus EX. You get to split it evenly on their Guardians. Godzilla the third form, he's your first big 2 reducer. He costs 6 but reduces by 2, so he can start that chain pretty quickly, and he's a double guardian hitter, you know, the base 1 and +1. So 3 of him in here I think is a must. He is the mid-range on the chain that gets you the game wins. Very similarly with Godzilla 1954, you play him out for 6. He reduces by 3 and has +1 guardian, so strictly, you know, even handier than the third form. But I like the third form as part of the thematic chain of the deck, although strictly speaking 1954 is a better card. Realistically, I'm probably going to be replacing one of him for one of these guys, just as a comp, you know, or competitive statement. Super X2, sneak attack +1 EX, and something gets -1. -1's not a huge deal, but you know, you never know when that can be the game changer, and being able to swing and hit elusive things if he needs to, and being elusive himself if you play him naturally can be very useful, especially against Naruto cards where he can never be attacked due to the lack of elusive. Mothra 1996, I mean, play him for 5, swing, let him die, immediately place one of your other 6 drops, of which you have many of there. It's a really good play. I'm probably going to be taking out certain cards to replace with a third Mothra just because it's strategically so good. Repel Godzilla mission, Chosen Battler -8 for 6. You know, kind of just a worse removal option, but as of right now I like having the option in the deck. The card that I'm thinking about pulling out of entirely here is Armed Attack. I have yet to have an opportunity to really utilize it well. You choose one card in your hand that gains sneak attack 0. That can be good, but I've yet to find a time in the game where this ended up being useful. So it might be getting swapped out for other options. Godzilla the fourth form, finally got our Sentinel, and on destruction popped a small thing, extra guardian attacks, and +8, super handy. Then Godzilla 1965, running 2 ofs, more of that cost reducer that we like, which starts to get into when you get these big guys out here, being able to reduce the cost on your EX cards even is very clutch. And then Multi-Purpose Fighting System 3, MFS 3, +1. And then again, I like him strictly for the ability to be a Sentinel. You know, it gives you, as of right now, 3 Sentinel cards in the deck that are all very, very strong, very high cost. So hard to get around by the Naruto decks, and buying you time against the bigger hitters for Godzilla. Then with my side deck, I do Hedorah, 6 cost, fast, +1. Chosen Battler gets -3 on attack, and he gets -3 to your cost when he attacks. So, strictly speaking, handles something small against Naruto decks, against Godzilla and, you know, larger Sentinels. You can reduce them down to try and hit them easier with your 6 cost guy, and then he's reducing the next thing by 3. Mecha King Ghidorah, you know, with him, fast, +1, elusive, so, you know, against the Naruto decks, he's not getting killed, and against Godzilla, he's harder to kill, but when he finally does die, +3 draw on there is very fun, very clutch. MFS 3, Runway, fast, tough, Sentinel, +1. When he's in Sentinel, you've got to kill him twice. He gives you a lot of protection, and he's a 9 for 7, which is really handy and very easy to play out in a deck with large costs like that. Kiryu Type 3, fast, 2, tough. My battle cards with tough gain +1. So, you know, any of these guys that I'm bringing out now with their toughness, I don't have a lot of it in the deck, but he can give him his +1, some synergy there. He already swings on for 3, and he's a 9 for 9. Kaiser Ghidorah, you can sneak attack him. When he's destroyed, at the end of the sneak attack, he destroys something else, and he hits for 3 at 10, which is really strong. And then Godzilla the fourth form, EX, 18 strength for 12, fast. He has 5 guardian attacks, and the Chosen Battler gets -18. He's basically wiping anything on the field that he can hit with that. it did really well today. Yesterday it beat up some Godzilla decks online with Untapped, and it also beat up a few Godzilla decks that were straight out of the box and a little playing around with that some of my friends had built. And then today, in 3 rounds, it went against 3 different Naruto decks and beat them pretty quickly and with pretty good consistency. So just my first attempt at building a deck utilizing just the Godzilla stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.